And President Biden only has a few weeks to act if he has any interest in making hundreds of thousands of acres of land in our backyard a new national monument. A group called People for the Dolores Canyons National Monument wants to protect this land in southwest Colorado from development, but opponents of protecting this land say it could limit mining and ranching. Well, for the first time, both sides appear to be open to compromise, and Evan Krugel shows us what that could look like.
A new year often begins with reflection, and the Dolores River Canyon in southwest Colorado offers the perfect backdrop for quiet thinking.
So maintaining that solitude is really, really important to us.
Amy Tooker has been fighting to protect that peace and quiet by pushing back against plans to turn nearly 400,000 acres of land into a national monument, a plan that's likely now on hold with President-elect Trump set to take office.
We've always, been on edge on if Biden is going to do that and when.
Amy is growing tired of the uncertainty after watching what's happened to the west of her in Utah, where protections on two major national monuments have flipped back and forth over the past 3 presidents.
The political winds have shifted, and we need to have a plan in place, before that 4 years is up to make sure that we don't have to, play that political football.
It's why Amy now supports plans for a national conservation area, which would be much smaller in size than the monument proposal, while still protecting this canyon.
I'm encouraged by those conversations so far and going in that kind of a direction.
Scott Braden supports the monument, but admits he's growing more open to a compromise following the election.
I still think that a lot of good can come out of this whole process, which is raising awareness and support for permanent protections for the Dolores River country.
Initial plans from Mesa County show the NCA would be about 1/10 of the size of the proposed monument. Scott says some protections would be better than none.
I don't think it's as much about a number as about the quality of the places and the values that are being conserved.
Both sides are optimistic their viewpoints are getting closer, compromise to protect a landscape from future change.
So if a national conservation area designated by Congress ends up being a more expeditious way to protect this landscape, then I'm all for it.
How likely is it that we see some form of protection put in place in the next 4 years?
I'd say there's a very good chance. This community is going to come together and go, we can't do this. We can't fight this battle every 4 years.